So how is it hanging, man?
Going good, man. Been getting a lot of good news regarding the gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As from yesterday, I got my notice. I got the clear for competing
Oh yeah.
in powerlifting.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much 12 weeks out now.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
God damn. So
Yeah.
how does that work? Like, are you gonna have to be like drug tested?
The actual concrete plan of it all is unsure to me as well because
Not cement.
No, not cement. But the process, the details of the process will be remained. That because I'm pretty new at this, it's my first competition, so I'm still figuring things out. But I applied for the anti-doping license, as you call it, and later on I will also apply for the competition license, which allows me to attend the
Event,
individual event. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see.
So do you have to like come in a cup or pee in a cup or something like
I
that?
don't think so. not what I know. I don't think so. It's just like I think it's just like a registration that you have applied for this, but I don't know how it works exactly yet.
I see. I guess you'll find out.
I guess I find out. Yeah.
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 Sounds awesome, dude. I want to compete too, but that's like down the line for me, at least like 5-6 years from now. When I accrue some more mass before I get into some more heavy lifting.
Yeah. You think in powerlifting too?
Yeah, thinking powerlifting too.
Yeah.
It would be cool to enter a bodybuilding show. I don't know if I have the mentality to get fucking Sigma male shredded.
Yeah, exactly.
But because I've been lean, but that's still nothing compared to a real
because
bodybuilder.
you've been lean like whole your life. At least the time I've known you, you've been the shredded and lean individual. So, and I also know you're quite into this bodybuilding scene, while I'm more approaching this powerlifting area. But recently you as well have been coming into this powerlifting scene a little bit more.
I can see the utility of it, and I think both are necessary in order to develop the best physique possible.
Oh yeah.
Regarding, like, you're going to plateau at some point pretty hard if you just do bodybuilding style training.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to get stronger so you can get more reps with more weight.
Yeah, and that's what I realized. That's why I changed my route completely to this more strength-based approach, because I noticed, as you may know, in the beginning I did a lot of huge weight losses and like big transformations when it came to my aesthetic, the visual aspects. But I was very, very weak. I mean, you were maybe at least 20 kg lighter than me, and you were stronger,
still stronger,
still as strong as I was.
Yeah.
So it was the concept that I'm big and I looked pretty aesthetic now, but had no strength.
Yeah.
So I felt like the balance was way off. So I wanted to even it out. But I think when you're starting out, these are things that you shouldn't be prioritizing as much, because as we talked a lot about previously as well, is this: you have to create that routine, you have to be physical in the beginning to get consistent and start training. Just move. Later on everything will come automatically.
For sure. Don't think you should get too preoccupied by the nuances of different training methodologies and stuff like that in the beginning. In the beginning it's just about getting in there and like enjoying it and enjoying the experience, because I know that's what we did in the beginning. And we like looked forward to, I still look forward to the gym, but like just getting in there. And I think for a beginner it might be good to like have a higher frequency as well of gym going, just so they get into the routine of going.
Yeah, we actually talked about this off camera yesterday. about what would be the most important factor when it comes to progressing in the gym, whether it's volume, intensity, frequency, or consistency.
Yeah.
But what we both came across and agreed on was this, that the frequency part is the most important part.
Yeah.
Because I do think consistency is the number one thing you need. But to get consistent, you need to have frequency in what you're doing, because frequency adds that practice part of your training, whether you train for lifting weights or a sport like soccer or basketball or something like that. It's the same thing. If you want to improve at it, get greater at it, you need to do it more often. That's all it is.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
Of course, volume and intensity and all of that matters a great deal.
They intermingle and they affect each other as well. As you increase your intensity, you're going to notice that it takes a toll on your mental and physical fatigue. And the same goes for volume. If you skyrocket your volume and you're not prepared for it, you're going to burn out really quickly and you're going to lose that consistency. I guess it's the same for intensity if you bring it up too fast.
Yeah. And I actually talked about this in my earlier Ace Talks videos as well, where I mentioned...
Go check them out, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Great videos.
So there I talked about how do I stay consistent, and I brought this dilemma up where I explained the intensity versus the consistency itself, where I divided an individual which had very high intensity and an individual that had little less intensity but stayed consistent.
Yeah.
Because it's very hard to stay consistent if you're doing way too much work. Yeah. If you're doing more than you're actually capable of. So you need to know your limits. You need to know what you can do, because maybe I want to get that 250 deadlift, but I know I can't do it today because I need to improve.
Yeah.
My maybe explosiveness, maybe my endurance to get there. So I need to work on my weak points and go from there.
And I think you're going to have these early on red flags that you're going to see as a predictor of whether the consistency will fault or not.
Yeah.
As your fatigue starts building up, you start maybe not looking forward to the gym as much, and at some point you start dreading going to the gym. Then you're fatigued mentally and maybe even physically as well. And I remember very specifically, I wrote a block for us two when we lived together in Sweden, and we had 5 days of very hard, high volume training, and it took 2-3 weeks, and we were already let's have a rest day.
It was quite, no, not even quite, it was brutal intense.
It was brutal
when it comes to volume at least. But I want to talk about that as well. Even back in the days when we lived in Sweden and did those kind of things, we were just having fun. And we did a lot just for the content as well, but I mean, we were having fun. We looked forward to it, and I think this is quite important, especially if you wanna not just get motivated, but stay motivated, because you need to enjoy what you're doing. Because I see a lot of people out there, especially rookies that's starting out, asking me how can I stay consistent and all that. But first you need to, of course, identify what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, what's your purpose, and then you need to find something that makes it enjoyable. Because I wake up every day and looking forward to the gym, even in the morning, early in the morning, when I get to my main work, which is occupational therapy. But I look forward to it all day. And that's not always the case, but we're gonna have bad days, we're gonna have good days. But that's just natural, but you need to find that why, and you need to find that how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely important to have some sort of a goal to work towards. It doesn't necessarily have to be this hyper specific. I want to get to 600 pounds. No, maybe like 210 pounds, 9% body fat. Like, no. But you could have a goal as I want to gain weight, I want to add muscle, and that's already specified enough.
Yeah.
To where you have to start changing things in your life to get there.
Oh yeah, and I do think it's quite silly to even establish a goal which you expect to not change. I mean, my first goal was to lose those 50 pounds, maybe not 50. That was way more than anticipated, but it was to lose weight.
Yeah.
Today, not so much. Yeah. I've been doing a cut now, but I'm not doing it anymore. It's a part goal. My goal now is, for example, or it has been for quite a while, to start competing. But now, as I mentioned in the intro in this video, that I actually am doing it this fall, this autumn. So now I'm actually in the process of my goal. But maybe after that comp, my goal, which will probably be different.
Yeah, then you it's called shifting the goalpost. And it's important to keep yourself really involved in the process, because the process is like the important part.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah. And I mean, even if consistency and things like frequency is the most important part here, we need to find that balance. Because volume and intensity matters, but we need that balance between them all. I mean, I want to set this up as, I want to compare it with let's say a video game.
Yeah.
You know, maybe all the video game where you're gonna build a character and you got that different XP points, you know, where you can set some of it in charisma, some in strength, some in power, and so on.
Yeah.
The same goes for volume, intensity, and frequency and such.
Yeah.
Because you can't put all your points in only, let's say, volume and just leave the rest to intensity or frequency. Or not everything in frequency either, but even if I do believe it's the most important part, you need to you need to balance it out.
And I do think the game analogy is pretty good.
Yeah.
As you progress in a game, the quests are gonna get like harder and harder in order to like earn that XP.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to start really deploying your own mind.
Yeah.
To get there.
And I also think it fits quite well to compare it as a game, even when it comes to progress. Because I used that one before where I explained the grind in the gym. I mean, and also why I choose to be a natural athlete. Because if I took some supplements or something like steroids or something unnatural like that, it would feel like cheating. It would feel like I found some cheat codes in the game which made me go to the last level and defeat the last boss, and boom, the game is over.
I see it differently.
Yeah.
I see that as an entirely different game. Because then even if you do take performance enhancing drugs, you're still gonna have to put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
And maybe even more. You're gonna have to be more dialed in to get the most out of it and stay healthy.
Yeah.
That's a whole different game.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that. I actually think you have to put in way more work if you're unnatural. But it's just the concept of me taking that extra to get me there. I mean, that it's the grind. It's the same with the game analogy. It's the missions, the fights, and all that. That's the most satisfying with a game.
Yeah.
Not everybody thinks so, maybe, but that's it for me.
Yeah, but you could see it like you bring this overpowered character from the second game into the first game to like defeat all the quests.
Oh yeah.
That's
pretty
that's the way you could like see it.
Yeah, and I see that, but it's never been something that I mean, it would be interesting, of course, but I don't know. Maybe in the future, but for now, I'm happy as where it stands.
I feel like right now I'm set to be a lifetime natural, but who knows? That might change.
Yeah, that may change, and that's exactly the point. We have one goal and one situation today, but maybe in 5 or 10 years it will be completely different.
Yeah, and I think regardless of if we'd be taking some supplements like some PEDs, we'd still be in the game. We'd still be lifting.
Yeah, and like the only reason why I even would consider things like steroids is due to my body, because I'm lacking in very many areas, but that's also why I find more enjoyable moments out of training, because I have to really put in extra work, because I've always been like this. I haven't really had that extra potential in any area, but the gym is different. I mean, I don't got those great genetics. I don't got that potential in that way, but I found my muse, if you will, because I can feel this is my thing, and I'm actually capable of achieving greater things within this sport, even if I got like disadvantages when it comes to genetics, or when it comes to powerlifting. I'm not that great built, because I also have long femurs, which makes it hard to perform the squat in a very efficient way. Same goes for bench. I got long arms, which helps me in the deadlift, but same thing with the bench. It increases the range of motion, which affects the lift itself quite a lot. But it's not an excuse for anything.
No.
It's a disadvantage here. But you have to work around it. Everyone got strengths. Everyone got weaknesses. Just have to find the individual parts that you can work around. Yeah.
For sure. For sure. I think we should wrap this first episode up with this. I think we put out a lot of stuff, and in future podcasts we're gonna go into more specific topics. Today we covered lots of things broadly, what do we think, how we started, a little background about us. But I'm looking forward to doing more episodes.
This was just a test, a pilot, if you will.
It was the pilot episode.
Yeah.
We don't even know what to call this podcast yet, but
we'll see next time.
We'll come up with a great name.
Yeah, we will.
Okay. Signing out.
Peace.
Yeah.